week 8 of the fantasy baseball season, and here's a few pitchers I would look to sell high and trade away this week. The first guy is Julio Urias of the Los Angeles Dodgers. So Urias, former top prospect many seasons ago in all of Major League Baseball, and he's finally living up to the bill this season. So far, 7-1 in 62 innings, 44 hits, 21 earned runs, 7 homers, given up 7 walks, 70 strikeouts, a 3.03 ERA, and an 0.82 WHIP with 6 quality starts. And over the last couple weeks now, in this time, 19 2/3, 3-0 record, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, a homer, a walk, 24 Ks, a 1.83 ERA, and an 0.46 WHIP with 3 quality starts. So Urias, he's really hitting the strike zone. He's really going through lineups, and I don't see him slowing down that much, but I think the ERA is going to go up just a bit. And he's in a pretty tough division with teams that obviously can hit the baseball, like the San Diego Padres, and even the San Francisco Giants and Rockies have some decent hitting this season. But the last few outings for Urias, May 18th versus Arizona, 6 2/3, got the win, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 8 Ks, a 1.35 ERA, and an 0.45 WHIP with a quality start. May 23rd versus the Giants, 6 innings, got the win, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, a homer, 10 strikeouts, a 3 ERA, and an 0.50 WHIP and a quality start. And now his next outing is May 29th versus that same Giant team. And I just don't think this guy is going to keep this up this season. I know he's pitching lights out. I know he's undefeated, but the ERA is still at not that great of a rate at 3.03. And right now, while he's on a hot streak, especially in his last 3 starts, I would dangle him on the trade market and see what I could get from him. The next pitch is Spencer Turnbull of the Detroit Tigers. So we saw Turnbull 2 starts ago throw a no-hitter here for this Tiger team at the Seattle Mariners. And Turnbull on the season, it's been a pretty solid season this year. 40 1/3, 3-2 record, 32 hits, 14 earned runs, a homer, 9 walks, 34 strikeouts, a 3.12 ERA, and a 1.02 WHIP with 4 quality starts. In the last couple weeks here, his numbers are 21 1/3 inning, 2-0 record, 13 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, 19 strikeouts, a 1.69 ERA, 0.80 WHIP, and 3 quality starts. So right here, Turnbull, he's definitely a sell-high candidate, in my opinion, especially after throwing the no-hitter at Seattle May 18th. And then his latest outing, another quality start he put in versus Cleveland. But right now, I think you could do a nice 1-for-1 deal with Spencer Turnbull for a decent hitter. No one crazy, but someone who's been producing. So the last few outings for Turnbull, May 13th versus Kansas City, 6 1/3, got the win, 6 hits, 1 earned run, a walk, 7 Ks, a 1.42 ERA, and a 1.11 WHIP, and a quality start. May 18th at Seattle, the no-hitter obviously he threw with 2 walks, 9 Ks, and 0.22 WHIP, and a quality start. And then his latest outing versus Cleveland, 6 innings, no decision, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, a walk, 3 Ks, a 4.5 ERA, and a 1.33 WHIP, and a quality start. So his next outing, things are going to get tougher here for Turnbull versus the New York Yankees. And I just don't think he's going to keep things up with a weak offense behind them in Detroit. And obviously, I know the division isn't that great, but I think in the American League, his ERA and his wins aren't going to do much the rest of the season. So I think I would look to sell him high. The next pitch is Joe Musgrove of the San Diego Padres. So Musgrove, what a steal of a deal it's been in the offseason. Trading for Musgrove for the Padres from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Not much in that deal. So far this season, 55 2/3 of an inning, 4-4 record, 34 hits, 14 earned runs, 6 homers given up, 12 walks, 76 strikeouts, a 2.26 ERA, and an 0.83 WHIP with 4 quality starts, including a no-hitter early in the season here for Musgrove. In the last couple weeks here, 16 2/3, 2-0 record, 8 hits, 1 earned run, 5 walks, 22 strikeouts, an 0.50 ERA, 0.78 WHIP, and a quality start. So right here, he's been pretty solid, is Joe Musgrove, except yesterday's ball game where he pitched. And he didn't go deep in that one, but he still didn't give up any runs in that ball game. So the last 3 outings here for Musgrove, May 14th, 5 innings, got the win, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 5 Ks, 1.80 ERA, 1.80 whip. May 19th versus Colorado, 7 innings, got the win, 2 hits, 11 Ks, no runs, 0.29 whip in a quality start. And then yesterday at Milwaukee, it was a struggle for him in that one. A lot of pitches in his pitch count, 4 2/3, 1 hit, 1 walk, 6 Ks, and no runs, 0.43 whip. And obviously, he didn't reach the quality starts on Musgrove. He's been pitching good, but I don't think this is going to be a thing continuing this season. And last season, he pitched at a 3.86 ERA. And this season, I don't think he's going to be in the 2.2s at the ERA type of thing. I think mid-3s to high 4s, which is still a pretty decent ERA when it's all said and done this season. But right now, I don't think it's sustainable. I know he's on a very good San Diego Padre team with a lot of offense that could back Musgrove, but I just don't buy that he's going to continue these big numbers the rest of the season. And if the right deal's out there, I definitely would go out there and make it. The next pitch is Kevin Gausman of the San Francisco Giants. And Gausman, he's been on this list a couple times this season here. And Gausman, what could I say? He's pitching lights out this season. 64 2/3, 5-0 record, 39 hits, 11 earned runs, 4 homers given up, 16 walks, 76 strikeouts, an amazing 1.53 ERA, 0.85 whip, and 8 quality starts. So he's up there in ERA. He's up there already this season in quality starts is Kevin Gausman, but I just don't believe it's going to be sustainable, even with pitching on a good San Francisco Giant pitching staff this season. He's still in a pretty tough division. I know he had a couple good outings this year versus the Padres, but I just don't think Gausman's ERA is going to be under a 2. And right now, while his value's at an all-time high, and I could trade him for a big hitter, maybe even Gausman and someone else for a Vlad Jr. or Gausman and a decent hitter for an Ohtani or something, because right now I don't think it's sustainable. And right now he's pitching way over his head, in my opinion, is Gausman. In the last couple outings for him, May 14th at Pittsburgh, 8 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 12 strikeouts, a 1.13 ERA, and 0.63 whip in a quality start. May 19th at Cincinnati, 6 innings, got the win, 1 hit, 2 walks, 8 Ks, no runs, 0.50 whip in a quality start. And then yesterday at Arizona, he only went 5 innings in that one, but he got the win. No runs once again. 5 hits, 2 walks, 9 Ks, no runs given up. 1.40 whip, and he didn't get the quality start, obviously. So Gausman, he's just not giving up runs, but also he's not going totally deep into ball games here, which could be troubling as the season goes on. But right now, I think he's a good sell-high candidate, is Gausman. And no doubt about it, he's pitched well, but no way this ERA is sustainable for him, in my opinion, especially in that division. And obviously, with the weather just keep getting warmer, hitters are going to catch up, and that ball's going to start carrying. And the 5th and final pitch, I would look to sell high and trade away this week. Sanchi Ryu of the Toronto Blue Jays. So he's a guy I've been speaking about the last couple weeks here is Ryu. And Ryu, he's been pitching well this season. 53 1/3 inning, 4 2 record, 49 hits, 15 earned runs, 6 homers given up, 6 walks, 52 Ks, a 2.53 ERA, 1.03 whip, and 5 quality starts. So his strikeout to walk ratio is amazing, but I just don't see it continuing this season here for Ryu. And Ryu, another guy who's been pitching well, but he's in a totally tough division, obviously, with the New York Yankees, the Bo Sox, who've been hitting this season and been surprising as well. Tampa Bay, who went to the World Series last season, and even Baltimore, who's got a couple decent sluggers as well. So Ryu, it's good to see him pitch well. And another thing that's not on his side is his home games are in Buffalo, and that's a pretty small ballpark, in my opinion. And with the weather warming up the last 2 or 3 weeks, upstate New York and the New York area, the ball's going to start carrying, and I just don't see Ryu continuing to put up this good pace. And another thing is, he's been an injury-prone pitcher throughout his career. So right now, while he's pitching and hitting on all cylinders, he's a total sell-high candidate, is Ryu. Maybe you could get 2 starters for him, maybe a decent bat in the last 3 outings for him. May 12th at Atlanta, 7 innings, got the win, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 homer, a walk, 6 Ks, a 1.29 ERA, 0.86 whip and a quality start. May 18th versus Boston in 7 innings, got the win. 4 hits, no runs, 7 Ks, 0.57 whip, and the quality start. And May 23rd versus Tampa Bay, 6 2/3, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, no decision, gave up a homer, a walk, 7 Ks, and a 2.70 ERA, and a 1.35 whip, and the quality start. So Ryu, he's pitching well. But like I said, with all those factors, I don't think it's continuing. And I know May 28th, he has a good matchup at Cleveland. So maybe hold on to him then at Cleveland. And then once, if he pitches good again, you definitely sell him high while the value goes up even more. So that's a few pitches I would look to sell high and trade away here in Week 8 of the fantasy baseball season.